Hey guys, I'm HP and this is Dr. Pink. Today I'm gonna talk about a real hell-bent for leather rock song. The song is called Princess of the Dawn and is by Accept, a German rock band from the late 80s, I think. One of my really favorite bands. But before we get started, make sure to subscribe to my channel, hit the notification button, also join the HPCrazy Guitar Academy with a free membership account. Yo, how does the thing sound like? It's really awesome. And so on. I really love this riff. It's so, that's how rock should be from my point of view, but that's just only my opinion. It's like this really steady hammering thing. So let's check it out. Somehow it's easy, just 3 chords or 4 chords, but it has a few things you really need to know. We also check out the thing which the public or the audience sings along that. Or stuff like that. Just some ideas and how you can manage to play this song. So let's get started. This is a rock riff in D. So we're playing the D5 chord here, 3rd fret, 2nd fret, playing D, G and B string. This here. We have the open D string as the center of this. We have, and the technique is a really common technique. It's damped chords or damped string. So you dampen in between, you play chords, and you do that like this. Well, the chord is like this, D5, then you move up your index finger in the 3rd fret. So D5 to B with G in the bass, then we go to C over D. You just use the middle finger because you need to go back. These are the 3 chords here. And the trick is this here. You play the damped string and in between you play chords. How you do that? So first you play the chord, so you're in damping position, you release with this movement like this, go back in damping position. See, 1, you move out with your hand. It's really simple. Well, if you're used to it, it's just go out, go back. And when do you do the chords and when you play the damped? You play the chord first and then 2 damped notes. Then the next chord. Then you go to the next chord, same thing again. So you have the chord 2 damped, chord 4 damped. This is 1 bar. 1 and then you have a second row, and this is a little bit different. So you have second time you do. So the first 2 rows are very simple. You start always on the beat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Second time is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and this comes on 4, right? Now, and this comes on 2 and 2 and 1 and 2. And then you stop. And the first time you played, you just stop and the whole band stops, and then it starts. This is really extremely important that the song gets the drive which is needed. Yeah, so that's the riff. then you continue. See? And it's really important that you keep the beat because you have to be really precise. The technique is really simple. The chords are even more simple, but you have to be extremely precise with them. You can first practice only this. If you just 1 nanosecond not on the beat, it doesn't sound cool. You have to be like a machine gun, you know. Really, you can start to practice just like this. See? Have to be really precise, and when you're comfortable, then you start. It's really simple, but you have to be extremely precise. That's the secret of the whole thing, you know. Once you feel comfortable, you try to just enter into the riff. And since the tempo is 126 BPM, it's pretty fast. You have to be really relaxed on this so that you can keep it going on. So we have a first thing with a stop there. Then we play the riff 4 times. That's the riff is 4 bars. We played 4 times. And on the stop, on the first time you stop here. On the other times you don't stop. You make. You just continue. Or sometimes they just play a chord or like something like this. I think it's not really, doesn't always have to be the same, but the riff more or less is always the same. Then comes moves to A, normal A, and then A5, then we're here in the 3rd fret, D string, and then D to A. And you play them here because the guy's doing harmonics and vibrators, and you only can do this here. Then you stop again on 1 really sharp, and then the whole thing starts again. Let me quickly go to the second part. I'll show you. Now, 1, 2, and then it continues. Okay? And since there is a stop, also make 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you continue. This has to be to keep the whole thing going on. That's really cool. And that's basically the whole riff. On the live version, there are several different types which you can do. You can be a little bit creative here, just moving around some ideas. Now, since there are 2 guitars, one guitar is just making just this, or sometimes chords, and sometimes the other guitar, the lead guitar, makes little fill-ins, something like this here. Here, 7th fret, 5th fret, 6th fret, 5th fret. Move up here in the 8th fret, 7th fret, and then in figure. And since he has a lot of time live, it's a good show effect. He just moves up on 1 string. Here's 7th fret, 10. It's just the pentatonics. Move it up. You can do it like this and just move up, make a little show. I'll show you. So now is another part. Now the other. And then you go back to the rhythm guitars, just kind of fill-ins between all this stuff which you can do, yo. And that's basically how the whole song works. It's really simple, but it's a very good example that simple things can be really effective. When it comes to lead guitar, the guy is really good on guitar. He plays like classical stuff. Something you can try to play any kind of classical runs here to get kind of the vibe of this. Something, I don't know. But since we are at tempo 126, it's really fast. You can just use the minor scale. He's playing a lot of palm muted stuff. It's really fast. And so on. That's a little bit up to you. I just wanted to show you the riff here and give you just the idea how the lead guitar is played. But as I said, the guy is really good. And honestly, I didn't do my warm-up today because I have a busy day. And this classical stuff on 126 BPM, you really need to have your things together. I'm probably going to check it out on another day, but this is the riff. Yeah, guys, this was Princess of the Dawn by Accept, German, I think it's a German band, rock band from the late 80s. I really love them because especially, I already talked about this, about the classical approach in the lead guitar is really cool. But as I said, you really need to have your things together on this tempo to play all these runs. And it's not part of today's tutorial. I'm going to talk about this on another day. How to do classical lead guitar into rock, stuff like that. I hope you enjoyed this riff here. If you want to download the backing track, get the tabs for it. They're available in the HPCrazy Guitar Academy. Please also join there if you love my work to discuss with others or see my news feed and all that stuff. There's a lot of other stuff there. If you love my channel, please share it to all your friends and your guitar pals and help me grow the channel and help me really get where we all want to go, into the qualm of guitar playing. Yeah, me and Dr. Pink, or saying goodbye for today.